Thanks, guys. All right, we're getting into our next series here. It's Astrea in the bottom right of Oceanborn for game 1. And it's Wayne in the top left. Should be a good one. Wayne taking down Trap was a little bit of an upset, I want to say, but Wayne played well. It was a very interesting series. Didn't get to see game 1, but games 2 and 3 were solid. Played a good kind of off-brand style. And we'll see what he does against Astrea, because Astrea plays off-brand as well. So yeah, that makes it a bit more interesting, I think. Right? These two playing against each other should be cool. Now, I believe the winner of this, if I'm not mistaken, goes up against the winner of Sue and Solar. Fairly sure. Probably what'll happen if Astrea wins, we'll probably stay with him. If Wayne wins, we might just look and see if there is another match rather than a ZVZ. But if there's nothing else really playing at the time, we'll stay with the ZVZ. Yeah, it looks like Solar was able to beat Sue. Not a huge surprise there. Solar's been in good shape for the last couple of years. So, anyways, taking a look at this game. Nothing yet, of course. Astrea going to go ahead and make his Nexus. Running that Cybernetics core, and we got to wait for that. While we do wait for that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that you're enjoying some nice StarCraft 2. And if you like StarCraft 2 or any RTS game that's not Brood War, use the command StarCraft 2 in chat. Follow my new YouTube channel. Mapu's been working with me on it. And, you know, it's got Stormgate, Zero Space, StarCraft 1 versus StarCraft 2, and StarCraft 2 games all casted on there. And basically any RTS that's not StarCraft 1 will be on that channel. So definitely worth your time to follow. Also use the command Mapu. He is our observer tonight, as always, in the ESL Open Cups. Doing a great job. You know, some sad news for the guys in the chat. Next week, we will not be casting the cup, as Mapu will be in Dallas doing the... you know, the Dallas tournament, so the StarCraft Masters. So I know the guys in the chat can be really sad about that. Okay. Now, Stargate on the way for Astrea. And I think we're going to see very good, solid games here out of Astrea. He does play off meta pretty often, but I think his theoretic game understanding is one of the highest that there is. I think he's one of the smarter players that we have in the scene. And in fact, like, I don't know exactly how much he's practicing at a given moment. Because I know this is like a guy that was considering going back to school, you know, for the last few years and stuff, and like shifting his focus a bit. But I feel like if he were to really continue to give his time, like, I feel like he just keeps going up and up and up and up. Because I honestly, when he's playing his best games, I feel like he's top 3 Protoss in the world. It really does look that way. All right, so Oracle is out. And yeah, Wayne just kind of droning up right now. Astrea a little bit ahead as far as the workers go. He does have that third Nexus on the way. Spore being started at the natural. Astrea going to fly in. A couple queens there. Not too much to do here, unfortunately. See if he actually gets any damage. He's not really trying for it very hard right now. Flies around, finds that third open, and does snag a drone, but that's not very much for one Oracle pass. Really, you are looking more closely at 2 kills most of the time. All right, gonna clear out this nearby Overlord. Looks like a couple of depths getting caught here, but the Oracle will come and save the day. Those gates coming up, but we don't see Blink started yet. So a little mistake here for sure. There we go. Blink gets started and chronoed immediately. I think there was a small mistake there as far as start time, but maybe not the biggest deal. We'll see. Forge coming up here for Astrea as well. Still flying around with the oracles. All right, so Astrea is coming out for a little bit of harassment here. I like this quite a bit. He's going to remove some creep. He's going after an Overlord. Has the Oracle there, so he can't be surrounded as of yet, but should probably back out now. Yeah, as the Queens come down, I don't think you want to stay there and fight. If they get a surround with the Lings, you're going to end up losing things because the Oracles won't be able to stand and fight because of the Queens. So, yeah, gets a little surround there. Of course, Blink might have been done by now if he had hit it on time, but... Anyways, moves forward. Going to remove some more of those tumors, which is nice. Layer almost done here for Wayne. Spire coming up for... Oh, the Spire for Wayne. That's going to be interesting. So he's mostly on Ling here. Now, if you play Spire against this, it does turn into counterattacks mostly, or it should. You should also get the Baneling Nest. You definitely do need Baneling speed. Roach speed being made. Okay, that's fine as well. You can go Ling Roach into Muta. That's definitely a doable thing. Fourth base is up here for Wayne. He is droning right now to fill that up. Both sides getting up into the 70s as far as workers go. Interesting take by Wayne on that Spire. I'm always a huge fan of Spire in StarCraft 2. It's just... I feel like Mutas are still relatively unexplored in StarCraft 2. I feel like, you know, if StarCraft 2 esports just continues on and on and on, people keep getting better and better and better, I think that we'll see more Mutas in all matchups. It's just, you look at the mobility and strength of this unit, it's just ridiculous, right? It's just people macro so well in StarCraft 2 that if you fuck up with the Mutas at all, they'll kill you. So that's kind of the issue, right? It's like a lower tolerance for mistakes, I think, when you go for mutalisks. Okay, we'll play that. We'll play that afterwards. Jams for mod. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, Muta's being made right now. Okay, so he's stacking up a few mutalisks. We'll see what type of damage he's able to get. Some of these tags, trying to get that extra information. Finally sees the Spire. Just as those Mutas fly in. So there is a defensive cannon here. Astrea. You know, I don't think that he'll go for anything like Phoenixes. I think, yeah, adding an Archon or two is probably really, really smart. Like, if he just goes heavy Blink Stalker with some Archons, that's going to be good. He does start a Phoenix. I'm not a huge fan of 1 to 2 Phoenixes against this. Because you never are going to get up to the Phoenix count you actually need here unless you've decided, okay, we are going Phoenixes, in which case you get a second one, you Chrono Boost, you get +1, all that. Oh, he is actually getting a Fleet Beacon, so maybe he does just go Phoenixes. Which, if you're going to do that, yes, I'm totally on board, because that is such a strong counter to Mutalisks. But at the same time, like I was saying before, right? Like, if you're just going to make them out of one Stargate, I really don't like it. It's so micro intensive for so, like, look at this. He's trying to micro. How many clicks did he do there? That was like 15, 20 clicks, and it did like 3 damage to the Mutas, right? So I don't think that like this small amount is very good. So anyways, he does back up, right? Microing a bit there against those Mutas, continuing to tag. Yeah, the Archon's doing a fantastic job there. Mutas are going to turn and jump onto those Phoenixes. Doing a reasonable job with that micro right now. Of course, you want to make really strong moves with these Mutas, right? Like hit somewhere and then suddenly fly towards those Phoenixes. Okay, one base goes down to Astrea's counterattack. Looks like he's going to take out that Astrea pylon there. Unpower all those gates. A little bit of a mistake there, only making one. You probably want 2 pylons powering. Right, jumping on top of all these units with the mutas. Dude, the muta count is like pretty insane. Look at this. He's just killing everything in here. Ling's coming in as well, just ignoring these phoenixes for the most part. The Oracle's doing a great job helping out here against these Lings as well, by the way. And the mutas are literally, like, look at this. See how the two phoenixes just don't, like, I mean, I guess eventually they'll kill him, but the amount of damage he's taking during this time is pretty significant, as you can see. Another Astrea pylon there, unpowering a ton of his buildings. Really unfortunate. Now, the Archon Stalker on the other side of the map doing a great job. And Wayne decides he can't actually clear the main army of Astrea. So he is going to GG. That was a cool game, though. That was an interesting one. I like that one. Jam for mod.
Let me pull those big knockers.
Doesn't sound like Macho Man at all at this point. All right, let's go into game number 2 here. And here we go. Going to be on site Delta. And in the top left, we have Astrea. In the bottom right, we have Wayne. Sorry, guys. Wife just got home with the kids. Had to talk to her for a moment. Anyways, we're in game number 2 here. Astrea having won that first one. And, ooh, all right, all right. Wayne going 3 hatch before pull, 1 in his opponent's natural. Let's see if it's going to be 4 probes here sent down. I've actually seen people sending 5 recently. Chrono boosting out that Zealot. Pretty normal stuff. Is he not going to send probes? Astrea probably has this mapped out very well, by the way. I'm sure he has a very good idea as to how he wants to play these types of positions. So 2 Zealots right away. It's interesting. He's conserving his economy quite a bit. Doesn't get second gas, so it seems like he wants to optimize getting his Nexus up and having, you know, extra minerals at that point, as opposed to sending the probes down, losing mining time, right? Oh, he needs to start another unit. There it is. There it is. Adept coming out. Okay. If this, yeah, okay, so he does end up forcing the cancel. That's interesting though, because, you know, these generally happen about the same time. So it looks like if he keeps 1 probe on it, chrono boosts out 2 zealots, he gets it down to almost dead as it finishes. Always interesting to see the different optimizations people put into strange early game situations, because it really reverberates throughout the game. All right, now Zealot plus Adept coming up. This is always one of the stronger things that you can do as a counter to offensive hatchery. Generally, speed will be a bit slower, so Adepts can oftentimes do well. Here, it doesn't look like he's going to really get too much done, right? It's a single Adept, a single Zealot. There is another one coming up, but yeah, Zergling speed a little over halfway done here as well. That's some good pressure. That's some good solid pressure right there. That is a lot of damage. I really like this. He's making enough lings that I think he should be able to save it still. He's going after a queen. Yeah, okay. Looks like that going after that queen was the wrong decision. So he does end up saving it with a bunch of lings. That is a lot of damage, though. I don't think there's a way to force a follow-up kill. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, do you have enough on an Oracle? But really, even one transfusion would fuck up any plans you would have like that. So I don't think that's going to quite work. He actually makes the Void. I think the Void is him thinking down these same lines that he wants to get the hatch. But it might not be. It's Astrea, so he might actually do something like go directly into Sky Toss or make multiple Voids. That might be part of his build. But again, I don't know that. Yeah, it looks like he has it maybe rallied towards this. You can see spores being made. So, like, Wayne is aware how low health his hatchery is. He's, I guess it's something you should keep an eye on. But I don't see it happening. I don't think he can get a kill there. Void Ray is out. Gonna make its way down towards that hatch, it looks like. Another Oracle is coming, by the way. Baneling Nest on the way, as well as that +1 melee. Ooh, that is a beautiful triple Adept shade-in. Was not expecting something like that at this moment, right? We're like 6 minutes in. Just randomly going to just pop a ton of drones with that. Look at this. The 2 Oracles come in. Going to finish off a bunch of these as well. Really, really excellent play here from Astrea. Ling Bane being made here by Wayne. I don't... Ooh, there you go. Damn, nice. Oh my God. It looked like it wasn't going to work, and then it worked like insanely well. Very, very cool. Brings the Baneling into that mineral line. Oh my God. He's so close to getting so many kills. Look at this. Rotating these Zerglings over to the other side. 19, 20 kills. I think that Wayne is going to pull this one out. So much damage here. So much damage. Dude, those Banelings were just perfectly timed. It really looked like Astrea was going to hold everything perfectly. Now, that being said, right, you always have to go back and take a look like, okay, how many drones do we actually have, right? It takes a lot of larvae to end up making this many lings. And it's, he was on 30 drones like a minute ago. Now he kills the Nexus as well. Oh, my God. Mostly just Sky units here for Astrea. Very, very little left over for him. I think he's just going to GG. I don't think there's much use in playing this out with 18 workers. Like, if he had solid 2 base economy, if he had 44 workers here, I'd be like, okay, maybe there's something. Maybe there's something to be done where you get some counterplay with your flying units or something. But here, I honestly don't think this is 0% to win. I think Astrea will look at this for a moment, and he'll GG. You watch. Nothing special will even happen. He'll, like, fly across, and there'll be queens there, and he'll be like, all right, GG. It makes sense to go just double check. Just be like, all right, what do you got? It's kind of like when you see a Terran drop scans at the end of the game, just to see what's on the map. See? It's exactly what it is. I like seeing all the people in chat be like, no GG, what's this? Why no GG? Yeah, it's literally just as a player, you want to see what they have.
Mario and Luigi are bathing in a bathtub. They have made the water in the bathtub dirty and brown. Artosis is watching the scene on his monitor. He looks satisfied. He has covered him Beep in something that looks like vanilla sauce. Artosis does not have a moustache.
A little bit off. It's like Super Meat Boy, but he got all the blood off him. Family friendly, no problem. All right, we're going to be going into game 3. Here we go. In the top right, we have Astrea. And in the top left, we have Wayne. All right. We're on Ghost River here for our next game. Hoping to see something fresh. Yeah, I mean, I actually kind of enjoyed those 2 games. There was some good stuff in there. We had Offensive Hatch. We had the Mutalisks play. Some cool stuff. Someone asks, do I miss casting GSL? Yeah, I would say so. I think that's a big part of the reason why I do so many cups. Which is funny, because if I had stayed in Korea and not done these cups, I would actually be casting less StarCraft than I cast having moved to Canada. It's kind of a funny thing. But definitely, hey, you know, I get Jones into cast some StarCraft too. So that's why I end up doing the cups. Anyways, very weird, ugly wall here. It is going to be an offensive hatch once again here, but a very different one. He's gone pool first into the offensive hatch. And, of course, as you can see, it's going to be 2 gates as defense here. He's going to try to keep an eye on what's going on as well here with the probe across the map. It doesn't seem like there's anything that aggressive coming out. So, generally in a situation like this where they have 2 gates and they make 2... well, it looks like he got supply blocks, so a little mistake there from Astrea. That second adept's going to be pretty damn late. Normally, you'd be able to put on some pretty serious counter pressure with that. We're not going to be able to see that, it looks like, because it's going to be a little bit late, but also because it was a pool first. Wayne is going to have his speed a lot quicker than you would normally see with something like this. Now, yeah, a Twilight coming up on 1 base. He scouts at Twilight. That was a great scout by that drone. Look at this. Oh my God. He sees the proxy gate going down. So this is turning into 4 gate. Yeah, this is straight up 4 gate. Wings of Liberty, says Mapu. Yeah, Glaives on the way. What a weird, weird looking game this is right now. That drone is going to finally be picked off. Baneling Nest on the way. Probably a good choice. Couple of depths shade up. Oh, you should finish that, I think. Nah, he's saving it. He's saving it, but he doesn't know that there's a baneling nest on the way. Maybe he assumes. All right, gets back into a reasonable position here. Not perfect on the wall. Oh, dude. He puts down that pylon and shades them at the very last second into like a one Zergling wide area. Really, really smart plays. Now, trying to warp in some units here, but unfortunately they are taking some serious damage. Warp gate is done. Shades these off to the side. You know what? I think Astrea is actually going to hold this position. I think so. Like, he needs one more warping round. He should be okay. The queens are definitely being annoying. He's going after one of the pylons. All right, he's clearing everything with those glaives super, super fast. Can clear this. I feel like I would warp in a couple zealots here as opposed to adepts. I know that you want the adepts for the damage, but I almost feel like the tanking is important here as well. All right, so anyways, the more adepts shade in. He's going to finish this one, I think. No? I feel like I would have pulled that up to the right of the gas and finished it. Now there's banelings, so this is an issue. This is an issue. Oh, shit. Astrea going to end up losing all of these, it looks like. Now he does shade a couple more into the side. By the way, Astrea actually has more probes than there are drones right now. Despite the fact that there are 2 bases here for Wayne. He's not really super mining from them. Whereas Astrea is fully saturated his main. But the longer you sit there fully saturating your main, I mean, you are absolutely going to run out of patches here. He's probably heavily oversaturated at this point. I love the pre-spread that we see. Please note that Wayne has not actually grown his drone count. I don't know about that. I don't think you can do that. I wonder if it would be worthwhile to make a couple of stalkers to try to like micro heavily here and like whittle things down. Because he's got a very good spread on the adepts. The spread is very good. The question is, how do you utilize this spread? Because as you move it anywhere, they will start to clump up a bit and the banelings will become better. Now, see what he's coming out with the queens to poke and Astrea pulls back. That's what I was thinking about with the stalkers. If you make a couple stalkers and you go up, like, let's say you make 3 stalkers. Okay, let's just say you make 3 stalkers. You can go up and be like, let's say 4 stalkers, okay? 4 stalkers, you walk up, you start one-shotting lings. Okay? You have 4 gates. You could do this. You could make 4 stalkers and then micro back and run back to your super spread out. You know, banelings do like so little damage to stalkers. I feel like that would be a good play here. Now, obviously, this is some wild game, some crazy all-in that we're watching. Basically from both sides. Dude, that is a lot of adepts. Okay, he's... His placement, by the way, with that pylon on the bottom is amazing. Okay, let's see how this goes. Now, the Lings are getting good surrounds. Okay, the Bane connections are... Some of them are okay, but overall, definitely Astrea comes out on top there. Holy crap. What am I looking at, man? I have never seen a game like this. GG. Astrea going to take this down 2-1. That was cool. That was cool.